So I was on the train the other day from Bristol to Cardiff, where I live. It was probably about 11 o'clock at night. It wasn't the last train, but it was certainly one of them. The clientele, as it were, of the train were less coherent, maybe, than one you'd get midday. Maybe they'd had a few too many tins, or were tired from work. I don't want to generalise the entire train carriage. One person stood out to me. It was a woman. She had blonde hair, and she was wearing a lovely jacket, quite expensive. Also, if you saw it in an upmarket place like Hobbs, or a fashion place, easily a £400 or £500 jacket. Very nice indeed. And she was stood out because her outfit cost £400-500 more than everyone else on the train, and my eyes were drawn to her because she was fiddling around with something quite odd. It was making an odd sound. It looked like a pencil, or like, you know those pens that you get with all the different nibs that you can sort of close and open to get the different colours, the red, the green, the blue, one of those ones. It looked suspiciously like one of those. And she was happy as Larry, just kind of going on with it, doing her thing. And I was doing my own thing. I think I was listening to a podcast or music or something. And then all of a sudden, these drunk people, they were getting quite rowdy. Now, dear viewer, I'm sure you know what drunk people are like. I'm sure you've encountered drunk people. Nonetheless, been those drunk people on the train that are probably not aware of how loud they're speaking. And I place no judgment onto you. I place no judgment at all. I feel like it happens. I feel like it's a thing that happens. I know I certainly have been that person once or twice. And they go up to this lady. They start asking her questions. Oh, what's that? Oh, what are you doing? Oh, well, that's strange. Can you explain to me what that contraption that you've got there is? And she, God bless her, was having none of it. She was having absolutely none of it. She was getting mad, angry. You could see it on her face. And those drunk people were being very, very persistent. I'll tell you that. They would not take a no for an answer. They've had a few too many shandies, I'm sure. Do people still drink shandies? I don't know. That's irrelevant. So they keep asking her these questions. What does that do? Where are you from? Where are you going? And yeah, the rage was building more and more visibly, until one moment it snapped. It snapped. And she dropped the pencil thing, and she opened her jacket and took out what looked to be some form of knife. And she just started slashing at these drunk people. And I mean, she was fucking there, on there. These drunk people, they were screaming. She managed to get in. They were like, that's some really sort of, one of them, their face was lacerated. The other one, their cheek was cut open completely there. And this woman was just fucking going for it. She's fucking going for it. It was really a sight to behold, if I'm honest with you. And I was just stood there. I think I was listening to some Scroobius Pip. It's very good. Other people got involved. They dragged the one away, but she was too strong. She was so I don't know. Her anger was so, I don't know, it manifested as just pure strength, really. And I've never quite seen it before, if I'm honest with you. It was really quite spectacular. It really was. It really was. But yeah, they couldn't hold her back. She managed to elbow the other people out, and she just kept going with the knife. And some of these drunk people, they're dead at this point. They're bled out. They were just completely bleeding out. And I was sort of watching this, making notes on my phone because I thought it'd be a very good video. And then all of a sudden, I hear a noise. It kind of sounds like a crank, like a. I thought, oh, plumbing's broke again in the toilet, because the plumbing always breaks in the toilet. If you've ever been on a train in the UK before, the door's always locked. Someone's hiding in there to dodge a fare. It happens. It does. It's just something that happens. But it wasn't. And suddenly this big blue box appeared in the middle of just the middle of the train. And it was quite spectacular, really. I was like, wow. Is that I said this, is that Doctor Who? Because of course, in this story, Doctor Who exists. It's a show. But it wasn't. Then the door opened, and there's another blonde lady wearing a less expensive coat. Steps out. Looks quite a lot like the actor that plays. I didn't really want to get bogged down into the details of the logic of it. But it was Doctor Who. She was there. I thought, wow, this will make a good story. And I thought she was there. Maybe one of the drunks that lady was stabbing was like needed to be protected for time reasons. Because I'm sure that's probably what she does in it. It's probably what she does. But no, the doctor pulled out, I think she has like this device, so she opens her coat and she pulls out a knife, and the Doctor Who really just goes to town on the drunk. So at this point, this blonde lady and Doctor Who are both absolutely going for him. They managed to corner the drunk people into like in the train, in the GWR trains, the Great Western Railway trains. They have that bit like just near the door, whereas you kind of like corner someone in because the train was still moving. They cornered them in there, and they just stabbed and slashed the shit out of them. At this point, obviously, there's two of them. There's nothing they can do, and one of them was a sci-fi character. How do you even protect yourself against a sci-fi character? They're not even real. Mad. Yes, let's do that. And they both had blood on them, and then then afterwards, because the train stopped at some point, and people got out and climbed over the dead bodies. You could hear some of them muttering annoyances. They had to climb over the dead bodies. Oh, bloody train! And some of them were tweeting about it, but no one seemed to care. That seems what it is, isn't it? But yeah, after that, Doctor Who sort of just got back in their TARDIS, and they cranked away. So I can only presume that some of those drunk people were evil, or maybe they were going to do something bad later on in life, or the real Doctor Who, the one the show's made about, is just a bit of an asshole. Goes around killing people. I don't want it to be that one, because she always seems so nice in the show, doesn't she? But I say never meet your heroes, yeah, because sometimes they'll kill drunk people on a train. Very sad. No one ever did press charges. That woman got off unchallenged. They dragged the drunk people's corpses away, and they put them in the drunk people corpse bin that they have. Not sure if you've ever been to Bristol train station, but you know the bit just before you get to the main stairs that split up near and then like you got the men's toilets down just to the left. If you go through the men's toilets door, there's like another door in the left. It says clean and covered on. If it's not, it's where they keep the drunks' dead bodies. Yeah, I've been there once. I had a side job, but that's a story for another time. If you want to hear that story, let me know in the comments. But because I'll tangent. It's a whole thing. Boy, but yeah, that's the time I met Doctor Who. I say met. I was in the presence of. Interesting. Of course, blonde lady looked a lot like Jodie Whittaker. I think they might have just cast Jodie Whittaker because she looks like the Doctor Who, the real one, not the fake one. I don't know though. It might have been Jodie Whittaker. I've never met her. Met a friend of hers once. That's a true story. Comment below if you want that story, but it's not as interesting, that one actually. It's just the time I was working with. So I'm rambling now. Thank you very much for watching this story. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some entertainment out of it. It's a true story, completely true. Wouldn't tell you a lie on this channel. This is really happened. So remember to subscribe to my channel if you like this and want more content like this. Hit the like button if you liked it. I'd really appreciate that. And Well, I hope you had a bloody lovely day. Thank you very much. Good night.